Maybe the most honest thing you can say to God today is that you're still furious with Him. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what He's been waiting to hear. Because here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit in church. Sometimes God feels like the friend who promised to show up and never did. The parent who said they'd protect you but let you fall anyway. The love that was supposed to be unconditional but felt like it came with a price tag you could never afford. And you're tired of pretending that's okay. This is a prayer for the spiritually wounded, for those who've been told their anger is sin, their questions are doubt, their pain is a lack of faith. This is for the ones who've sat in pews feeling like frauds, who've closed their eyes during worship and felt nothing. This is for the believers who are barely believing, the faithful who are furious, the children of God who feel orphaned by heaven itself. If you're angry at God and ashamed of that anger, this prayer is your permission to finally tell the truth. Your rage has been heard. Your questions have been noted. Your pain has been witnessed, and you are still beloved. I know this anger because I've lived in it. I've shaken my fist at empty skies and screamed at a God who felt as distant as the stars. I've bargained and begged and threatened to walk away, only to realize I had nowhere else to go. My anger started with unanswered prayers. The desperate ones. The ones where you promise God everything if He'll just show up. If He'll just heal what's broken. If He'll just stop the pain. If He'll just prove He's real. And when the silence stretched longer than your faith could hold. When the miracle never came. When the door remained closed and the phone never rang and the diagnosis didn't change. That's when the anger moved in. It set up residence in the place where trust used to live. It made itself comfortable in the space where peace once dwelt. And slowly, quietly, it began to whisper, if God is love, why does loving Him hurt so much? I've worn Sunday smiles over Monday rage. I've sung worship songs with worship wounds. I've raised hands in surrender while my heart was planning its rebellion. And I've wondered if God could love someone who was so angry at Him for not being who they needed Him to be. God, I'm done pretending this anger isn't real. I'm done spiritualizing my rage into something more palatable, more acceptable, more holy. I'm angry and I'm bringing that anger directly to you because I don't know where else to put it. I'm angry that you didn't answer when I needed you most. I'm angry that your timing feels cruel, that your silence feels like abandonment, that your love feels conditional when I was promised it was anything but. I'm angry that you let good people suffer while evil people prosper. I'm angry that children die and monsters live. I'm angry that prayers feel like they hit the ceiling and bounce back down, unanswered and unheard. Jesus, I'm angry that following you has cost me so much. That obedience feels like punishment. That faith feels like work I'm too tired to do. That hope feels like a cruel joke played on people desperate enough to believe. I'm angry that you called me to carry a cross I never asked for. That you asked me to love people who hurt me. That you asked me to forgive what feels unforgivable. That you asked me to trust when trust has been weaponized against me. I'm angry that being your follower made me a target. That your peace feels like warfare. That your joy feels like surviving. That your love feels like enduring. But here's what I'm learning in this anger, God. Maybe my rage is actually relationship. Maybe my fury is actually faith. Maybe my questions are actually prayers, and my doubt is actually deeper trust than I ever imagined. Because you can't be angry at someone who doesn't exist. You can't rage at someone who doesn't matter. You can't feel betrayed by someone you never believed in. My anger proves I expected something from you. My disappointment proves I believed you were capable of more. My hurt proves I trusted you with my heart. And even though it hurts, I'm still here. And maybe you're big enough to handle my anger. Maybe you're strong enough to hold my rage. Maybe you're loving enough to let me feel what I feel without turning away. God, I'm angry because I love you. I'm angry because I need you. I'm angry because I can't walk away even when I want to. I'm angry because you matter to me more than I want to admit. I'm angry because you're not who I thought you were, but somehow you're still who I need you to be. So here's my honest prayer, God. Don't take my anger as rejection. Take it as recognition that you're the only one I trust enough to rage at. Don't take my questions as doubt. Take them as evidence that I still believe you have answers. Don't take my pain as punishment. Take it as proof that I'm still standing, still fighting, still hoping for something better. I'm angry, God, but I'm still here. I'm hurt, but I'm not gone. I'm disappointed, but I'm still believing somehow. Take my anger and use it. Take my questions and answer them in your time. Take my pain and transform it into something that can heal others. Because if you can love me in my anger, maybe you can love others in theirs. If you can handle my rage, maybe you can handle theirs. If you can work through my questions, maybe you can work through theirs. Use my anger as ministry. Use my questions as testimony. Use my pain as proof that you're still working, still moving, still loving, even when we can't see it. I declare this over my anger. Even my rage is worship. Even my questions are prayers. Even my pain is participation in the mystery of faith that doesn't always feel good, but is always leading somewhere. I declare that my anger at God is not sin, it's relationship. It's not doubt, it's deep trust. It's not rebellion, it's raw honesty in the presence of someone who can handle my truth. I'd rather be angry with God than at peace without Him. I'd rather question God than ignore Him. I'd rather wrestle with God than walk away from Him. Because even my anger is heard by Him. Even my rage is received by Him. Even my questions are welcomed by Him. If this prayer gave voice to anger you've been afraid to feel, you're not alone. If this prayer gave words to questions you've been afraid to ask, you're not abandoned. If this prayer gave permission to be honest with God about your disappointment, you're not rejected. Here's what I want you to do. In the comments, write just one word: angry. Let that be your prayer today. Let that be your honest offering to God. Let that be your declaration that you're done pretending and ready to bring your real self into real relationship with Him. And if you're ready to take the next step, write your own angry prayer. Share what you've been afraid to say to God. Give voice to the questions you've been afraid to ask. Because your anger matters. Your questions matter. Your pain matters. And maybe that's exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Write amen if this prayer was the permission your soul needed to finally tell God the truth. The most beautiful thing about bringing your anger to God is discovering that He's not afraid of it. He's not intimidated by it. He's not hurt by it. He's honored by it. Because your anger says, I expected more from you because I believe you're capable of more. Your questions say, I'm still looking for answers because I believe you have them. Your pain says, I trusted you with my heart, and even though it hurts, I'm still here. Your anger is not the opposite of faith. It's faith in its most raw, most honest, most real form. And maybe that's the kind of faith God has been waiting for all along. Tomorrow we face the pain of not belonging and discover that sometimes the most sacred place to stand is on the outside, looking in.